Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 Breaking News.
Breaking news tonight, the House has now passed the bill that would end the historic government shutdown, which has now reached its 43rd day. Federal workers have gone without multiple paychecks, travelers have been stranded, and many people have struggled to feed their families through this shutdown. Thank you for joining us for Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Samantha Cadera.
And I'm Oscar Rodriguez. We've been closely tracking the local impacts throughout the shutdown, and we could soon feel some relief. Several officials have said that it can make some time for air traffic to return to normal and for funds to be distributed across the country. But an end would be in sight. Even after the shutdown, senators including Ron Wyden and Jeff Merkley will be looking to extend health care subsidies before the end of the year. A closer look at the bill can be found on our website. Now the bill heads to President Trump's office to be signed.
Let's check in with Storm Tracker 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman, because we have been seeing quite some strong winds today. What can we expect for the rest of the night?
Yeah, and they're only going to become more widespread, some of these stronger gusts. Take a look at gusts so far today. A lot of the action has been in the Shasta Valley. Gusts up over 50 miles per hour. Acorn, Woman Peak along the Siskiyous. Gusts up to 53 miles per hour earlier. And then in Medford in the last hour or so, we've really seen those southeast winds pick up. Latest peak gusts so far, 33 miles per hour in Medford. And winds will continue to increase tonight. We have a wind advisory in place for the Rogue Valley from Medford down through Ashland until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Gusts up to 50 miles per hour will be possible. The east side, another wind advisory that will go into effect later tonight, continuing through tomorrow, even into Friday. Gusts up to 50 to 55 miles per hour possible on the east side, including in the Klamath Basin for Klamath Falls. And then the Shasta Valley, our high wind warning does continue overnight through 10 a.m. tomorrow. Gusts up to 65 miles per hour will be possible, and we will be concerned about the potential for power outages, also some tree damage with those kind of gusts getting up over 50 miles per hour. As high as 65 miles per hour in spots. Take a look at the latest winds. Sustained at 20 miles per hour in Medford, 25 miles per hour in Montague. Gusts up to 32 miles per hour in Medford and Montague, and we got a gust up to now 46 miles per hour in Weed. And with those downslope gusty winds in the Medford area, it is still very mild at 65 degrees, but where winds are lighter, we've dropped back to 59 in Klamath Falls. It's 59 degrees rather in Grants Pass. In Klamath Falls, we're sitting at 51 degrees and 49 in Lakeview. On the other hand, along with the wind is going to come some rain. We do have some showers working into the region. A lot of this is fairly light though, and we'll be tracking more precipitation as we head through tonight into tomorrow, but rainfall amounts are going to vary quite a bit as we head into your Thursday, expecting some more windy weather across the region through tomorrow as well. We'll time out the rain. I'll have details on precipitation amounts, and we'll look towards the weekend coming up.
A popular food hall in Phoenix is getting ready for some big changes. I've been following this story and speaking with one of the co-developers about what's coming this winter. Today, Foodery confirmed they'll be adding a new food vendor and bringing a manager to oversee day-to-day operations. What was a packed full Foodery once is now left with 2 food vendors and the tap house. There's still a few empty spots here at Foodery, but management tells me it's not for long, as one establishment is already lined up and ready to move in. You have one food establishment already signed. You want to share who that is?
We do. We're going to share it today. Today's the first day. So we have Northwest Pizza going in from Ashland, Oregon.
Eric told me Northwest Pizza has already purchased equipment to use and shouldn't take too long for customers to see the new vendor at Foodery.
I expect he would be in the next 20 to 30 days for sure, serving food. You'll probably see him out here in the next 2 weeks, loading the restaurant and pushing out some samples.
Other 2 food vendors are currently discussing with Foodery to move in by Christmas or mid-January. But Foodery is not just announcing new food vendors, but bringing in a new manager to run the day-to-day operations.
Took public feedback, and you know, this is a really busy 5 restaurants and a tap house. environment, and you do need a full-time manager here.
Matt Navoychuk, who's been in charge of running trivia night for Foodery, will be the new man in charge.
Doing the trivia, I've been observing over the past year, and you see little things that they don't necessarily see, and things that you think you can make it better and make a difference.
Matt told me he's excited to be more involved with the community and wants everyone to have a great experience at Foodery.
A lot of times when something were to go wrong, people weren't sure who to talk to, and I'm happy to be that person. I want to make sure everybody comes here has a great experience.
Now, having a manager allows the co-developers to focus on more important things.
It's going to allow us to focus on making some bigger changes here that's going to be positive for the community.
Although fire season has ended across the region, fire prep never really stops, especially for Firewise communities. The Oregon Department of Forestry is reminding Firewise residents that renewal applications for Firewise USA are due November 21st. To check the status of your community's action plan and risk assessment, you can log into the Firewise portal. For details on how to become a Firewise site, you can head to our website.
In developing stories, Southern Oregon University Small Business Development Center will be closing after being in the Rogue Valley for 41 years. This comes after the university and the state of Oregon were unable to reach an agreement on a plan to maintain the U.S. Small Business Administration funding for the business center. SOU submitted a joint proposal with Rogue Community College to combine SOU's Medford-based business center with RCC's Josephine County Center, but the state office rejected that plan. The small business center will be closed to the public at the end of December. In a crime alert, a Central Point man was arrested late last night after he reportedly abused a 13-year-old he met on Snapchat. Police say they received a report of abuse in a truck on Hillcrest Road. Officers were able to locate the suspect's vehicle on McAndrews Road, where they arrested 22-year-old Juan Jose Ramos Arguella. He admitted to meeting the 13-year-old on Snapchat. Ramos Arguella now faces charges including sex abuse, DUI, and unlawful delivery of a marijuana item.
We're learning a woman in Jackson County has been sentenced to 5 years for a murder for hire plot against her husband. Cheryl Ann King was found guilty of solicitation of murder in the first degree in a 2-day bench trial without a jury. Investigators say King tried to hire someone to kill her husband during their divorce. The person refused and worked with police, recording King discussing the plot while the person was wearing a mic. She's now in custody of the Oregon Department of Corrections and will serve the maximum sentence for her charges.
The Medford Police Department is announcing their drug take-back event for outdated, unused, and unwanted prescriptions. This Saturday, you can drop off those prescriptions at the Medford City Hall parking lot between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Police ask that all identifying information be unreadable or removed. Items that will be not accepted include illicit substances, injectables, medical waste, and oxygen containers. A closer look at the event can be found on our website.
Right now, the Medford City Council is meeting to discuss the next steps in the Creekside Quarter project. This is the first project discussion since Medford residents voted on Measure 238 in the special election. And the current vote for Measure 15238 currently sits at 51.73% of voters choosing yes. Those numbers are set to update tomorrow, but city councilors are preparing for it to pass. That meeting began just 5 minutes ago, so let's turn over to take a live look into that meeting that's just beginning, but Newswatch 12 is there, and we'll have all details on the discussion tonight on Newswatch 12 at 11.
Under negotiation with the team and the league. If we were to move forward with this, in order to meet some of the aggressive timelines that we have for Major League Baseball, one thing that we have discussed a lot is a form of alternative procurement. Procurement referring to the way of obtaining contractors to design and build the stadium. So there's a particular method called progressive design build that has become very common in terms of minor league baseball. This would require council approval. It's not something that we can just unilaterally do when we put this out. Just like the construction manager or general contractor alternative procurement method we use for Rogue X. It would require bringing it back.
That meeting is just beginning, but Newswatch 12 is there, and we'll have all the details on the discussion tonight on Newswatch 12 at 11. Mercy Flights and Ashland Community Health Foundation are launching a new program to bring emergency medical care directly to homes across Jackson County. With the help of a $350,000 grant, Mercy Flights is starting a pilot program for seniors and veterans. It aims to reduce hospital visits by providing in-home care through trained paramedics and telehealth.
That means they receive faster care, fewer hospital visits, and it also decreases volumes in local emergency departments. It really demonstrates thinking outside the box and coming up with ways to solve access to healthcare challenges that we're experiencing in our community in a creative way.
The program also expands alternate destinations, offering more options for urgent care. More information on the grant and the program can be found on our website. And one local program is once again spreading holiday cheer to seniors across Jackson County. The Access Senior Shoebox Project is back, bringing care and comfort to local seniors, people with disabilities, and homebound residents. For more than 30 years, donors have filled shoeboxes with thoughtful gifts like hats, socks, and puzzles, all hand-delivered before Christmas. Access says the need is higher than ever this year. With more seniors being nominated, wrapped shoeboxes can be dropped off at Access on Aviation Way in Medford through Friday, November 21st.
The Grants Pass High School Marching Band and Color Guard finished their marching season with a bang, taking first overall in the 2025 Sacramento State Band Championships. They also earned honors for Best General Effect, Best Music Performance, Best Percussion, and Best Color Guard. With this win, these cavemen officially finished the season undefeated.
And looking ahead to Friday, it's the season of giving, and we're kicking it off with Salvation Army's annual Red Kettle campaign. Bells will be ringing a little earlier than in the past year, as they're seeing a 50% increase in the number of people who need help. There are 20 kettle locations across Jackson County, with the South Medford Fred Meyer hosting a kickoff celebration on Friday. Newswatch 12 will be at the event, where every dollar donated into the kettle will be matched with an additional $20 from local sponsors.
We're continuing our annual holiday food drive to fill an entire semi-truck with groceries. We've already collected over 1,000 bags of groceries for our Stuff the Truck campaign, but we still need about 5,000 more to fill the truck. If you want to help us supply food for local families, you can visit any raised food place and buy a $25 bag of groceries at checkout. Then we'll deliver those to local food pantries.
Still to come, House Democrat